So dudes, I got a ribbon guide video for you guys, which includes some spoilers. This video will cover what ribbons are and how they work, how to obtain them, recommendations on trading and pricing, and my top weapons that utilize them best. I noticed that my videos aren't getting too much engagement, so I'm going to leave timestamps in the video so that you guys can get the information you want quickly. Hopefully that helps, and now let's get into it. What are ribbons? Ribbons are mods that can only be used on the main weapon and its variants, after beating the challenge stated on its failed version. In order to use a ribbon mod, the player must be a high enough mastery level as stated on the ribbon itself. For example, a Cernos ribbon can be used on the base Cernos, Rakta Cernos, Cernos Prime, and Proboscis Cernos. This rule goes for all weapon variants with different prefixes for the most part. These mods have randomized stats, the most desired of which are multi-shot, raw damage, critical chance, critical damage, and the non-various combined elemental types. It's worth noting that you can get 2 individual elemental bonuses on the same ribbon, such as Cold and Toxin, which would then combine into Viral when slotted onto a weapon. These stats are completely random, and the values fall into a random set of intervals depending on the weapon. Ribbons carry 2 or 3 different bonuses with the possibility of carrying a negative stat, which can be crippling, but can greatly increase the potency of those prior bonuses. Good negative stats are usually harmless, like negative zoom, or in some cases negative impact damage. Finally, Kuva can be used to reroll bonuses on a set ribbon. It's an RNG battle, so choose whether to keep your current stats or risk it for the worst. Activating it will buy you more time. Everyone wants ribbons for their favorite weapons, but how do you get them? The most reliable ways to get them include tactical alerts, gift from the Lotus alerts, Teshin rotating offerings, daily tribute evergreen milestones, each awarding 3 ribbon mods along with 3 ribbon slots, arc gun ribbons from arbitration honors, companion weapon ribbons from Cephalon Samaris, sorties with various drop chances, shown on the screen right now. And additionally, players can collect ribbon slivers from opening Requiem relic packs as a Railjack mission reward or by killing Eximus units in the Steel Path. 10 slivers can be turned into Paladino at the Iron Wake and converted into a random ribbon mod. Alright, that's the boring stuff. Now onto types of ribbons and recommendations on trading and pricing. Pricing on ribbons fluctuates heavily based on 3 factors: the weapon the ribbon is for, the stats of said ribbon, and the disposition. Disposition refers to the strength of the bonuses given to the mod. Weapons with the highest disposition refer to those least used by the community. Think the Stug. Weapons with the lowest are constantly used by the community, and that's kinda like Rubico. A ribbon that is for a popular weapon may still be a high price because the weapon itself is already great, and it doesn't need an insane ribbon to push it over the edge. Essentially, weighting the disposition and the weapon's base stats is what will change the value in terms of platinum. The bonus stats refer not to the numbers themselves, that pertains more to the disposition, but the categories like damage, multi-shot, and crit. Depending on the weapon, you may want certain stats to supplement your playstyle. For example, the Nuker has insane crit damage at base, but not so appealing crit chance. In order to make it more reliable and raise its DPS, you would look for a hybrid crit chance and crit damage ribbon with a harmless negative to boost the prior 2 stats. Keep in mind, many people will want a harmless negative for the immense boost in positive stats. As for pricing of ribbons, try not to buy ribbons over 1500 plat. The price doesn't justify the variability of the market and DE's changes of disposition over time. Here's an example. You see a Nuker ribbon on the market with dual crit at 130% bonuses for each. You have a harmless negative zoom bonus. The highest price I would pay for this plat, or for this ribbon, is 800 plat. The reason for this is that it builds upon the already great stats. I would value at 500 plat. With the negative compounding that, I'd add another 300. Ribbon trading isn't for people on a budget, but remember to bargain and establish a middle ground. Alternatively, just buy a trash mod for the weapon of your choice and gamble your life away like I did with Kuva. You'll never regret spending 2,000 more hours on this game. As a ribbon reseller, your primary goal is to maintain a profit margin, which is subjective to each player. You want to have outstanding stats on your ribbons that other players don't have. Kuva farms will be your best friend as they will allow you to reroll ribbons numerous times until they reach a satisfactory sell state. you will want a Smedikavat and a resource booster, because you're going to have 4 times the Kuva gain, and that's going to allow you to reroll ribbons faster and more efficiently. When in trade chat, use reasonable prices and emphasize the stats that matter for a given weapon. If it's a crit based weapon, advertise the critical chance, critical damage. If it's a status weapon, status chance, and the elemental bonus the ribbons has. Do you want to sell ribbons for a select few meta weapons? That's fine, but be ready to shell out some platinum up front for trash mods that you can reroll, and even those will carry a heavy price. In general, the ribbon market is volatile and there's no guarantee what the next big thing is. Use your head and try to get bargains. At the end of the day, keep putting out messages in trade chat and link the damn ribbon when you're trying to sell it. The final segment of this video is dedicated to the top 1 or 2 weapons listed in each category that I would invest into getting a ribbon. Keep in mind that if yours isn't listed, don't worry, your weapon is probably cool too. Probably. Anyway, snipers. Rubico and Lanka. Both of these are commonly brought on Eidolon hunts, and with a negative zoom mod bonus or ambush optics for the Rubico, both of these snipers are amazing. Paired with excellent crit damage and crit chance, a ribbon would make them extremely consistent in taking out priority targets. Auto rifles. This is a hard choice. Personally, I would have to make it a three-way tie between the Tiburon Prime, Trumna, and Vaza Prime. Each of these weapons have excellent crit, decent status, but cover their own niche. Tiburon is a jack of all trades, Trumna has great AoE and status, and the Baza is silent and can stack country munitions quickly. Pick your poison. Bows. Easily the Kuva Brahma and Cerno series. The Kuva Brahma has great AoE, although it isn't silent. The Cerno series is so vast that you can just pick up which ones suit your taste. Personally, the Prime makes killing as a breeze, but it's up to you. Shotguns. Pick between the Tigress, Strun, and Comb. Tigress for Doom action, Sancti is my personal favorite, and Comb for machine gun vibes. Either way, both guns get the same job done in different ways. Strun for the pump and dump. I said it. Secondaries. Since there's a lot of types of secondaries, I'm just going to boil it down to a nuker and your choice of kick gun. These two are in a league of their own, and kick guns allow you to make your own machine. You really can't go wrong here. Melee weapons. This is a long list, so I'll just name off weapons that may fit within your desired category. Prisma Dual Cleavers, Nikoni Prime, Venka Prime, Orthos / Depedo Prime, Grand Prime, Nikona Prime, Pronin Prime, Pangolin Prime, Sedulicera, Stropha, and Redeemer Prime. The Glaive Prime, Path Assist, the Kuva Shield Egg, and your choice of Zaw. Damn, that's so much. Anyways, those are my recommendations. Final ribbon count. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. I really hope you found it informative, even though it was my longest video yet. Every second of viewing really helps me out.